Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Najmuddin bin Aviation. I'm from 6XBME2. So in this video, I will present about the impact of World War on aviation industry. So firstly, I will start with the First World War. On the First World War, aircraft like BE-2 were primarily used for gathering information beyond enemy trench. So basically, they were essential for discovering where the enemy was based and what they were doing. At first, most aircraft were unarmed, although some pilots did carry weapons with them, including pistols and grenades. These were of limited use, however, as the body of the aircraft itself made it difficult and dangerous to fire any weapons. Aircraft were also used to support ground troops. Ground attacks were aimed at disturbing enemy forces at the front, often during active battles. During ground attacks, explosives such as grenades and bombs were dropped from a low altitude to ensure accuracy, and machine guns were fired at targets on the ground. Aircraft became larger as the need of bombers grew. These aircraft could carry large quantities of explosives to drop on strategic targets like factories and dockyards. They depend on a long range and reliability as targets were often well behind enemy lines. So next, on the World War II. During World War II, warfare changed drastically from combat tactics used in previous war. Aviation has become a key part of modern warfare, and as countries at war vied for dominance, they were forced to work quickly and significantly between the beginning and the end of the World War. The speed and power improved significantly between the beginning and the end of the World War II. For example, for countries like Germany and Japan took combat to the skies immediately during World War II, launching aggressive airstrike. By the end of the war, aircraft had developed and improved dramatically. Technological advance in aviation during war included improvement to long-range bombers, experimental with jet-powered aircraft, and the use of radar to find enemy targets and detect enemy planes. Planes became faster and fuel consumption also improved during the war. Technological innovation occurred both through national effect as a result of allied collaboration. Airline industry has changed almost beyond recognition. Passenger numbers had reached over 310 million at 1970. At the same time, the cost of travel has plunged. It is all because most of company that has been making aircraft for the war changes into commercial airline or travel business to make profit. The one-way journey that usually take like 12 days was cut to 77 hours, 63 hours, or even 33 hours when the new aircraft arrived. Air travel companies have been making a lot of profit for business. Post-war growth was actually primarily in Europe and North America, but today the most rapid expansion is in the Asia-Pacific region, South America, and the Middle East. These geographic changes and the sweeping transformation wrought by deregulation since 1980s. It is reflected in the rise of airlines and the fall of others. In 1970, For example, in 1970, only 2 airlines from Asia, both Japanese, were in the top 25 world airlines. But now there are 9 with 3 Chinese in the top 10. So for conclusion, everything that is happening in aviation industry at this time is a continuation of the World War that has taken place. Although initially the function was to fight, but continue for the use and convenience of everyone at this time. That's all for me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.